Good morning, students. How you all are? Hope you all are well, and we are back with our English class. Students, actually during our last class meeting, we had seen that most of you had not purchased book yet. So that's not book, and it will be little difficult for you to make notes and study. So purchase it offline or online, or even you can have the PDF of those books, that NCRT books, है ना students? So because without book it will be little difficult for you. Try to understand it. And in today's class we are going to start one more chapter, one new chapter from the book Hornbill. That is chapter number 2. We are not afraid to die. We can all be together. This is a form of journal. Journal means an account of journey. So you will see that in this chapter, a family is on voyage. Voyage means journey by sea, and what all adventures this family faces. All is this story. Actually, if you will look at the title, we are not afraid to die. It is a dialogue by the central character of our story. It is written by Galton Cook and Alan East. So now we will start our chapter. We will discuss all hard words. We will read each paragraph one by one, and we will also explain each paragraph. So students, before I start the class, you all take your book, keep it in front of you, and when I am reading, you just go with it. You just underline the difficult words, write the meanings, and if some phrases that is difficult for you, that also you can write in your book itself. Okay students, so we will start it. Chapter 2. We are not afraid to die. It we can all be together. In July 1976, my wife Mary, son Jonathan 6, daughter Suzanne 7, and I set sail from Plymouth, England to duplicate the round the world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. For the longest time, Mary and I, a 37-year-old businessman, had dreamed of sailing in the wake of famous explorer, and for the past 10 years we had spent all our leisure time honing our seafaring skills in British water. So first we will discuss about the hard words. Voyage, that we had already seen, that means journey that too specially in sea. Awning, Honing, awning means improving. Seafaring, that means traveling by sea, and here British water means the oceans and seas surrounding Britain. So in this first paragraph, which is the introductory paragraph of the chapter, you can get a brief description about the central character, who is a 37-year-old businessman. His wife Mary and two children. One is Jonathan, 6-year-old, and the other is a girl, Suzanne, she is 7-year-old. So this whole family, they are planning to go for a voyage, and they say that their voyage will be a duplicate. Duplicate means, जो James Cook थे, he was a very famous explorer who had find different sea routes across the world. So many years, that was almost 200 years back, the James Cook had explored one sea route, and through that sea route he was able to go to different countries and continent. So now this family is also planning to just copy or duplicate the same route. That means this family is also going to go in the same route and just explore different countries and continent. Moreover, the family is saying that from last 10 years, the leisure hour means जो भी खाली समय था, that was spent by this family in awning. Awning means improving the sea skills. Sea skill means as they are planning to go for a long voyage, so they wanted some specific skills. So this family was working on those skills, and now they are sure that they have that skill through which they can have a voyage in sea. So now they are going to start their voyage. Paragraph 2. Our boat, Wave Walker, a 23-meter 30-ton wooden hulled HULLED. Hulled means made up of. Beauty had been professionally built. We had spent months fitting it out and testing it for the roughest weather we could find. So in this paragraph you can see that wave walker, है ना? Wave walker is a boat which is prepared by this family to go on voyage. This family had spent months and months to finish this boat, and they had also tested this boat in almost all the worst condition. Means अपनी जो जर्नी है उसको स्टार्ट करने से पहले ये फैमिली श्योर होना चाहता था that this wave waker, the ship which was prepared by them, is safe for their journey. Paragraph 3. The first leg of our planned 3-year 1,05,000 kilometers journey passed pleasantly as we sailed down the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. Therefore, before heading east, we took on 2 crewmen. Crewmen means 2 assistants who are going to help them in the voyage. Took on, this is a compound word and it means employed. किसी को काम देना, नौकरी देना. American Larry Wiggle and Swiss Herb Sigler to help us tackle one of the world's roughest seas, the southern Indian Ocean. So in this paragraph, they are saying that they had taken or completed first leg of the journey. First leg means whenever even you are planning a journey, you will do it in different steps. For example, today I will go to Bilaspur. From Bilaspur, I will take a train to Raipur. From Raipur, I will have the flight to Delhi. So you can see that it have different steps. So in the same way, this family had also made different step or leg. And the first step or leg was from Africa to Cape Town. It was finished and they say that it was very pleasant. Pleasant means the journey, it was as expected by the family. Means everything went good. Everything was very fine. But the second leg of the journey or second part of the journey, that was bit difficult. So what they did, they had taken 2 crew members who will help their family in the difficult time, because now they are going to the roughest sea. Here roughest sea means a sea with a large volume of water and extremely bad weather condition. So here means the pleasant journey और जो भी अच्छा part था means इस family का voyage में, that is finished and now they are going to take the second step. We will see that what is going to happen in the second leg of their journey. Turn the page, page number 14. On our second day out of Cape Town, that means they had started moving away from Cape Town. we begin to encounter strong gales. Gales, gales means strong wind that specially occurs in seas and ocean. For the next few weeks, they blew continuously. Gales did not worry me, but the size of waves were alarmingly. Alarmingly means something that should be taken due care. Up to 15 meters, as high as our main mast. So mast is a tower of the flagship. Students, as this chapter is basically most of the events of the story is related to the ship. So I think before starting this chapter, we should go for an exercise. Page number 20. You can see a picture here. Okay, this part is, I think, it's given in your answer key segment. So you just mark which all parts are which part, है ना? As example, you can see that this part is called mast. So it will be easy to understand the different parts of ship. So I am giving it as today's homework. You just complete this exercise in your book itself. Okay, students. So the narrator, what he is saying means, as they had just started moving from the Cape Town, he says that gales started. Gales means very strong wind. So narrator was, as he was a very brave man, he is saying that I am not afraid. But the thing that made him worry, it was the height of waves. With these gales, which stood continuously for the weeks, the size of waves even started increasing. Even the 15-meter high waves started coming, and it was something dangerous condition for their ship. December 25 found us 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town. Despite of atrocious weather, atrocious means extremely bad, very bad. Atrocious weather, we had a wonderful holiday, complete with a Christmas tree. New Year's Day saw no improvement in the weather, but we reasoned that it had a change soon, and it did change for the worse. So, in this paragraph, you can see that narrator's family is not one such family who is afraid of something. Although in the previous paragraph we had seen that the storms were there, that is gales, the waves were they had increased their height, but still this family had a good vacation, a Christmas vacation on their boat. They enjoyed their Christmas as well. But even one more week passed, it was a new year, but still the gales, they were not silent, they were coming and going. So this is what that narrator, he started to think that how all those things will be tackled, because they have to go for a long journey, and the gales, they were never stopping, and they were coming in the way of narrator and his ship. At dawn, dawn means sunrise. January 2, the waves were gigantic. Gigantic means very bad, extremely bad. Okay. We were sailing with only a small storm jib. Jib is also a part of ship in that homework which I had given. In that you can see the picture, right? It is the arms of rudder. And were still making 8 knots. As the ship rose to the top of each wave, we could see endless, enormous sea rolling towards us. And screaming of the wind, screaming means the sound which was created by the wind, spray was painful to the ear. Here spray, spray means spray of water, right? So due to the wind, the spray of water, even it was just, he is saying that damaging everything around them. To slow the boat down, we dropped the storm jib and lashed. Lashed means to hit. A heavy mooring rope in the loop across the stern. Stern is also the part of ship. Then we double lashed everything. Went though our life raft drill. Attached liveliness don't. Don't means to put on. अपने ऊपर लगाना. Oil skins and life jackets and waited. So here you can see that the everyone in the ship, they understood that this gale is coming in their way and their journey is going to be more difficult. So in this paragraph you can see that they had started many preparation to save their life. They had made different knots in the rope, tried to stretch the ship. They had just taken some of the life saving device. Life saving device means जैसे कि कई बार आप बोट में जाते हो तो आपको एक लाइफ सेविंग जैकेट मिलता है. That is one example of life saving devices. So in this paragraph you can see that the family had started making ready different life saving devices. The first indication of implementing disaster came at about 6 p.m. with an ominous silence. Ominous, this word means suggesting that something worse is going to come. जैसे कि हिंदी में हम लोग कहते हैं तूफान के आने से पहले की शांति, है ना, समथिंग लाइक दैट, है ना. Ominous silence means a silence that indicates some huge disaster is going to come. The wind dropped and the sky immediately grew dark. Then came a roaring roar and an enormous cloud towered aft of the ship. Aft, A-F-T, aft, that is an ancient English and it means near, pass, बहुत pass. With horror, I realized that it was a cloud, but a wave like no other I had ever seen. It appeared perfectly vertical and almost twice the height of other waves, with a frightful breaking crest. Crest is a body part. So in this paragraph you can see that narrator is saying about one of the biggest wave that came and hit the wave walker, their ship. Narrator says that it was total silence, and in that silence the sky became darker, that means full of cloud, and suddenly narrator felt a cloud is going to hit their boat, but actually it was not cloud, it was a very big wave. मतलब क्योंकि वो शिप के बहुत पास था तो नरेटर को ऐसा लगता है कि वो शायद क्लाउड है, बट इट वॉज नॉट क्लाउड, बट इट वॉज अ वेरी बिग वेव एंड इट वॉज जस्ट डबल इन साइज ऑफ द शिप. So narrator was seeing that it was very vertical, very close, very near to the boat, and now you can imagine that what was the condition of people in that ship. The roar increased to a thunder, and stern moved up the face of wave, and for a moment I thought we might ride over it, but then a tremendous explosion shook the deck. Deck means the base of ship. A torrent means very strong, torrent of it, a torrent of green white water broke over the ship. My head smashed into the wheel, and I was aware of flying overboard and sinking below the waves. I accepted my approaching death, and as I was losing consciousness, I felt quite peaceful. So, in this paragraph, something bad had happened with the wave walker. That strong, big wave, it hit on the ship. Their deck, it was smashed. Narrator says that his head was now on the wheel and he was not able to anything. He was quiet for something. He hoped that everything will be okay. This wave will come and go and their ship will be alright. But something else had happened here. Unexpectedly, my head popped out of the water. Popped means jumped out of the water. So now our narrator, he is not in the ship, but he was thrown out of the ship. A few meters away, wave walker was near capsizing. Capsizing means पलटना. वो मतलब it was not stable. It was not stable. Her masts almost horizontal. Then a wave hurled up right. My lifeline jerked taut. Taut means stretch. I grabbed the guard rails and sailed through the air into wave maker's main boom. Subsequent waves tossed me around the deck like a rag doll. Rag doll means doll made up of the cloth. So narrator is just comparing a doll which is made up of the cloth, how it will flow or float on the sea. In the same way, narrator was floating on the sea. My left ribs cracked, my mouth filled with blood, broken teeth. Somehow I found the wheel, lined up the stern for the next wave and hung on. So narrator is just in the sea. He was just struggling in the sea. He says that his rib bone was broken, some of the tooth were broken. As a result, his mouth was filled full with the water, but he was still struggling, and with the waves which was falling there, he was just trying to make his boat in good condition. Although he is in very worst condition, that's not normal, but still he had not given up, but he was just working for the betterment of his boat, his ships. Water, water everywhere. I could feel that. Ship had water below, but I dared not abandon the wheel to investigate. Abandon the wheel of investigate means narrator thinks that he is just in the water and maybe the ship is also sink in the water. But he does not wanted to give the hope, है ना? He just wanted to make his ship alright. जितना भी पानी उसकी शिप में आया था वो कोशिश करना चाहता था कि सारा वो पानी को ड्रेन आउट बाहर की तरफ करे, सो दैट अगेन शिप विल बी इन द नॉर्मल कंडीशन. The front hatch was thrown open and Mary appeared. "We are sinking," she screamed. "The decks are smashed, we are full of water." So now narrator is able to see his wife Mary. She just opened the hatch. Hatch means a cover. And she said that the ship is almost full of water and it is going to sink in the sea. And they needed some help to just make all conditions perfect. We will see that how the family struggled in the coming paragraphs. "Take the wheel," I shouted. I scrambled for the hatch. Scrambled means jump quickly. Larry and Herb were pumping like madmen. Madman is a famous character of a serial, है ना? Broken timber hug a crazy angle. The whole starboard side bulged inwards. Clothes, crockery, charts, tins and toys sloshed about the deep water. I half swam. "Yes," they answered from an upper bunk. Bunk means part of ship. "All right," I asked. "Yes," they answered from upper bunk, "but my head hurt a bit," said Sue, pointing to a big bump above her eyes. Bump means जो सूजन आ जाता है. Okay. I had no time to worry about bumped heads. After finding a hammer, screw, canvas, I struggled back on deck. With the starboard side bashed up on, We were taking water and each wave that broke over us. If I could not make some repairs, we would surely sink. So now narrator and his crew member, what they were trying to clean the ship. है ना? They were just trying to throw all the water which had come in the ship because of that big huge wave. So although the narrator is having bump on the head and so many means other also they got injured. But right now no one was just thinking about the injuries. All what they were doing just to save the ship by throwing all the water in the ship out. Somehow I managed to stretch canvas and secure waterproof hatch cover across the gaping holes. Some water continued to stream below, but most of it was now being deflected over the side. So narrator what he did, what all gaps that came in the ship, narrator covered it with the waterproof hatch. Hatch means a cover, है ना? And now almost we can say that 50% or half of the water, it started draining towards the sea. More problem arose when our hand pump started to block up with the debris. Debris means the waste material flowing on the water, floating around the cabins, and electric pump short circuited. The water level rose threateningly. Back on deck, I found that our two spare hand pumps had been wrenched overboard. Along with foresail, the jib, the dinghies and the main anchor. So now what happened? The debris means जो भी waste material पानी में flow कर रहा था, because of it, the holes from which water was going, it was choked. So water was not going. That was one problem. Now what happened? The electric pumps, which were pumping the water from the ship, it stopped working because of a short circuit. So we can see that three problems arose together. And again, so what happened? The level of water which was decreasing, it stopped, and again water started increasing. But narrator and his team, they arranged some anchors and some other materials, and they started correcting all those things. Then I remembered we had another electric pump under the chart room floor. I connected it to an outpipe and was thankful to find that it worked. The night dragged on with an endless, bitterly cold routine of pumping, steering, working the radio. We were getting no replies to our maybe calls, which was not surprising in this remote corner of the world. So while narrator and his crew members, they were trying hard to make all the repairs in the ship to again get back to the normal condition. Even they were waiting for the Mayday calls. Mayday calls. कई बार आप लोग ऐसा मतलब देखे होंगे कि फ्लाइट्स वगैरह में एक सिस्टम होता है, शिप्स में भी होता है, जब कोई इमरजेंसी कंडीशन आता है तो वो कंट्रोल रूम में एक मैसेज भेजते हैं एंड दे गेट सम हेल्प फ्रॉम द कंट्रोल रूम. सो इन द सेम वे हियर Mayday calls is the means in this the narrator and everyone was trying to get signals through the radio that they have some problem, they want some repair. So they were just working on the radio signals to give this message to someone, and in turn they wanted some help. Sue had swollen alarmingly. She had two enormous black eyes. Now she showed us a deep cut on her arm. When I asked why she had not made more of her injuries before this, she replied, I did not want to worry you when you were trying to save us all. So in the first paragraphs, some of the previous paragraph, we had seen the narrator and the crew member, even they also got some bumps and some fractures in the body. But apart from that, even Sue, Even she was injured. She got cuts in the arm and some injuries in her head. But even this was a very strong lady. She had seen that everyone was working to save everyone's life. है ना? So she remained silent. She had not said anything about her problem. She remained silent, and now she is saying about her problems. And we can see that here most of the problem is solved here. So I think the next part of this chapter we will discuss in our next class, and I had already given one homework. That homework you do. Okay students, thank you.